Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, explore the fascinating story behind the United States of America state $quarter coin from Maryland, minted in the year 2000. What seems like an ordinary state quarter could actually be worth a small fortune, and today, we'll tell you exactly why. The Maryland State Quarter was the seventh coin released in the iconic 50 State Quarters program by the U.S. Mint, a series that not only brought millions of new collectors into the hobby, but also highlighted the unique history of every American state. Maryland's quarter, issued in 2000, features the famous dome of the Maryland State House, the oldest state capitol still in continuous legislative use. Surrounding the dome are branches of white oak leaves, symbolizing the Y oak, Maryland's official state tree. It's a design rich with historical and botanical symbolism, and it represents pride, heritage, and tradition in every fine detail. But this isn't just a coin about history, it's a coin about mystery, rarity, and incredible value in the world of modern numismatics. While millions of these coins were struck and circulated, only a handful were minted with special and rare errors that make them highly sought after by collectors and coin dealers around the globe. These aren't accidents, they're minting anomalies that transform ordinary coins into stunning treasures. If you happen to spot one of these rare versions, you could be holding something far more valuable than 25 cents. One of the most talked about and high-value minting issues on the Maryland 2000 quarter is the double die error, a type of flaw that occurs when the coin is struck more than once slightly out of alignment. This creates a ghost or shadow effect, usually most noticeable around the lettering, numbers, or intricate designs like the branches and leaves. A coin with a visible double die error instantly becomes a must-have for collectors, especially if it's still in crisp, uncirculated condition. Another rare and desirable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank planchet isn't properly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to appear shifted or partially missing. In some cases, the date or state name may be cut off, and that kind of dramatic visual deviation makes the coin not just rare, but visually stunning and incredibly collectible. The more dramatic the misalignment, and the more legible the key features like the date, the higher its value. Then there's the clad layer error, which is among the most fascinating types of mint flaws. These quarters are made of a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel, but in some rare cases, the outer layer may be missing, peeling, or improperly bonded. This gives the coin a dull, coppery appearance or exposes part of the core beneath the design, instantly setting it apart from every other Maryland quarter in circulation. These flaws are rare, obvious to the naked eye, and incredibly valuable to serious collectors. Also worth mentioning are die cracks and die chips, where the minting dies begin to break down over time due to heavy use. These cracks or chips leave raised lines or blobs on the surface of the coin, often near the edges or within detailed areas like the oak branches. These subtle imperfections make each coin unique, and the more visible and dramatic the die crack, the more interest it sparks in auctions and collector circles. So, how can you tell if your Maryland quarter is one of the rare ones? The key is to examine your coin closely using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look carefully at all the lettering, numbers, and design elements. Watch for doubling, misalignments, cracks, color changes, or missing layers. Every small anomaly could mean a big difference in value. And remember, just because a coin has been in circulation doesn't mean it can't still be worth a lot. Many rare error coins have been found in everyday pocket change, coin rolls, or old jars of loose coins just waiting to be discovered. Once you suspect that you've found a valuable error, the best next step is to have the coin professionally graded and authenticated by top grading services like PCGS or NGC. A certified error coin not only proves its legitimacy, but also increases its market value significantly. Collectors trust certification, and coins that are both rare and officially graded can command impressive prices, especially in today's booming collectibles market where modern error coins are hotter than ever. These rare Maryland quarters have already made a name for themselves in the coin world, appearing at auctions and private sales with jaw-dropping results. As more collectors enter the hobby and awareness of these valuable variations continues to grow, so does the demand and with it, the value. It's not just about owning a rare coin. It's about holding a piece of American history that tells a story, showcases a moment, and reflects craftsmanship, mystery, and value all in one. And now, the moment that brings all this excitement full circle. Just how much could one of these rare Maryland 2000 quarters be worth? A certified, mint-era version of this coin in pristine condition recently made headlines by being appraised and sold for a jaw-dropping $91,000. Yes, you heard that right, $91,000 for a single quarter that most people wouldn't look twice at. It's the kind of discovery that turns a casual collector into a legend, and it proves that even the smallest piece of metal can hold massive value if you know what to look for. So don't wait another minute. Go through your coin collections, check your change, and search through those old quarter rolls you've been saving. If you have a 2000 Maryland quarter, take a closer look, because you might just be holding onto a rare and valuable piece of American numismatic history. And if you find something interesting or think you've spotted an error, leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear your story, answer your questions, and help guide you on your coin collecting journey. Second rare coin. We're diving into one of the most iconic and visually stunning coins from the 50 State Quarters series, the United States of America State Quarter Dollar coin from Arizona, minted in 2008. Not only is this coin a masterpiece in design, but certain rare versions of it have been turning heads and fetching huge prices in the collector's market. So stay with us to the very end. You'll want to know what to look for and just how much it could be worth. The 2008 Arizona quarter is part of the final group of state quarters released in the legendary 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008 and completely changed the world of coin collecting. Each state had the honor of showcasing its unique identity, and Arizona truly made a bold impression with this beautiful design. The reverse side of the coin features the majestic Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, set behind a blooming saguaro cactus, which represents the state's stunning desert landscape. The words Grand Canyon State are engraved proudly across the scene, capturing the natural beauty and spirit of Arizona in a breathtaking way. But while the design alone makes this coin one of the most visually impressive in the entire series, what has really sent collectors into a frenzy are the extremely rare minting errors that occurred during production. These errors, although completely accidental, have turned ordinary Arizona quarters into valuable collector's items worth far more than face value, and in some cases, even more than gold coins. Yes, these errors are real, they're rare, and they're making this coin one of the most talked about finds in modern coin collecting. One of the most famous and desirable errors found on the 2008 Arizona quarter is the extra cactus leaf error, also known in collector circles as the extra leaf variety. In this version, an additional leaf appears unnaturally on the left side of the large cactus, extending over the line that divides the background and the plant. This extra leaf was caused by a die gouge or a die chip, essentially a minting mishap where the coin die was damaged or overused, creating unintended design elements. What's amazing is that this added leaf blends into the design just enough to go unnoticed by the average person, but for a trained collector, it's a goldmine, in addition to the extra leaf error. Some Arizona quarters have been discovered with die cracks and die chips, especially near the rim or in the detailed lines of the canyon and cactus. These cracks appear as raised lines or extra metal lumps on the surface of the coin, often in unpredictable places. While each of these errors is unique, they all signal a flaw in the minting process, making the coin far more valuable than a perfect version. The more visible, dramatic, or unusual the crack or chip is, the more attention it attracts at auctions and among private collectors. Another valuable mint error seen in the Arizona 2008 quarter is the off-center strike. These coins are created when the planchet, the blank piece of metal that becomes the coin, is not properly aligned with the dies. As a result, part of the coin design is struck off-center, leaving part of the image missing or skewed. This is one of the most eye-catching types of mint errors and is a favorite among collectors because of its immediate visual impact. The more off-center the coin is, while still retaining key elements like the year and state name, the more valuable it becomes. Also, keep your eyes open for clad layer separation, where the outer nickel layer of the coin starts to peel away or never fully bonded during production. This creates a rough, discolored surface where the copper core beneath becomes visible. It's an unmistakable error, and when found on a modern quarter like the Arizona 2008, it can lead to extremely high collector interest due to its rarity and dramatic appearance. So now the big question: how do you know if your Arizona quarter is one of the valuable ones? The first step is to grab a magnifying glass and carefully examine your coin's reverse side, focusing on the cactus and surrounding details. Look closely for any signs of doubling, extra leaves, odd bumps or raised lines, or parts of the design that look out of place. Don't overlook the edges either. Errors can hide anywhere on the coin's surface. Even a small anomaly could mean a big payday, especially if the coin is in near mint or uncirculated condition. Once you think you've spotted something rare, your best move is to have the coin evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These expert companies can confirm whether your coin is a genuine mint error, assign it a grade based on its condition, and certify it for sale or trade. A certified error coin carries far more value in the marketplace and can open the door to auctions, private sales, and even museum interest in some cases. The demand for these error Arizona quarters has been steadily growing, especially as more collectors become aware of their existence and rarity. In recent years, these coins have appeared in online auctions and collector events, with bidding wars erupting over verified error varieties. There's a strong market right now for state quarter errors, especially from the later years like 2008, making this the perfect time to check your collection, your change, and those old quarter rolls you might have tucked away. And now, here comes the jaw-dropping moment that proves just how valuable this coin can truly be. A rare 2008 Arizona quarter featuring the extra leaf error, confirmed by experts and graded in high condition, has sold for an astonishing $53,000. That's right, $53,000 for a single quarter that could have passed through your hands without even realizing its true value. This is the kind of discovery that changes everything and reminds us why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting and rewarding hobbies in the world. So don't wait. Go check your Arizona quarters now. Look at the cactus, study the details, and see if you're holding onto a secret treasure. And if you think you've found something unusual or have a question about your coin, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your discoveries. We love hearing from collectors like you and helping you unlock the full value of your collection. Third expensive coin. To explore the United States of America $quarter coin from 2013, featuring Fort McHenry, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance. But trust me, it's anything but ordinary when it comes to value. The Fort McHenry quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which followed the legendary 50 State Quarters series. Released in 2013, this coin commemorates Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine in Maryland, the very place that inspired Francis Scott Key to write The Star-Spangled Banner during the War of 1812. The reverse side of the coin showcases a stunning scene of the fort during the Defenders' Day celebration, with fireworks lighting up the night sky, symbolizing strength, pride, and patriotism in full glory. It's a breathtaking tribute to American resilience and spirit, but what really excites collectors today isn't just the beauty of this design. It's the rare minting errors that have turned a few of these 2013 Fort McHenry quarters into high-value collector's pieces. These are not common finds, and they definitely don't appear in every batch, but when they do, they stand out, and their value soars in auctions and private sales across the country. And the best part? You could easily miss them if you don't know what to look for, which makes them all the more thrilling to discover. One of the most significant and sought-after errors found on the Fort McHenry quarter is the double die error. This fascinating mistake happens during the minting process when the die strikes the coin design more than once, but slightly misaligned. The result is a doubled appearance in the letters, numbers, or design elements, especially in areas like the words E pluribus unum, Fort McHenry, and even in the small details of the fireworks display. If you find a coin with crisp, visible doubling, especially on the lettering, You may have just found yourself a treasure hiding in plain sight. Another exciting error is the off-center strike, a striking visual anomaly where the coin was not properly aligned with the die during minting. This causes the entire design to shift, leaving part of it off the edge of the coin and creating a stunning, unbalanced look that's impossible to miss. These types of errors are very collectible, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher its value in the collector's market. Collectors are also on the hunt for clad layer issues, where the nickel outer layer of the coin either separates, peels away, or was never properly fused during minting. This can cause parts of the coin to look copper-toned or display a rough texture where the surface is missing. These flaws are visually striking and incredibly rare on modern quarters, especially one as historic as Fort McHenry. Coins with these features are always in high demand because they represent both a minting mistake and a one-of-a-kind collectible. Other rare errors include die chips and die cracks, small flaws in the minting die that appear as raised bumps or lines on the coin's surface. These can be found near the fireworks, around the buildings, or even within the lettering. While they may seem minor at first, experienced collectors know that these imperfections add uniqueness, and when they occur on historically significant coins, their value only increases. Now, let's talk about what you can do to identify one of these rare gems. The first step is simple. Take a close look at any Fort McHenry quarter you come across. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and examine the details closely. Start with the fireworks, the buildings, the inscriptions, and the rim of the coin. Watch for any doubling, strange shapes, bumps, or color differences in the metal. Even a small irregularity could be the sign of a rare error that makes your coin significantly more valuable than its face value if you believe you've found an error. The best way to confirm its value is by submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services not only authenticate the coin and grade its condition, but they also identify the specific error and provide certification, which is absolutely essential if you ever want to sell your coin for its maximum value. Certified error coins attract serious buyers and often command premium prices in the numismatic market. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. The incredible price that one of these rare Fort McHenry quarters has actually reached in recent auctions. Thanks to its stunning design, patriotic significance, and a confirmed mint error, one such coin in pristine condition and professionally graded recently sold for a breathtaking $26,000. Yes, you heard that right. $26,000 for a single quarter that could have easily passed through your hands at the grocery store or gas station without anyone realizing its true worth. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth far more than you can imagine. The Fort McHenry quarter represents American history, national pride, and the hidden potential that lies within everyday change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just starting to explore the world of coins, now is the perfect time to check your quarters and see if you've got one of these valuable treasures in your possession. If you've come across a Fort McHenry quarter that looks unusual, or if you think you might have found an error, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share your discovery or ask your questions. We love hearing from fellow collectors and helping you uncover the full potential of your collection. Especially, we're talking about the United States of America state $quarter coin from Rhode Island, minted in 2001. If you have one of these in your collection or even in your pocket change, this video is for you, because one rare version of this coin has sold for an absolutely staggering amount. The Rhode Island quarter was the 13th coin released in the 50 state quarters program, and it made a bold impression when it entered circulation in 2001. The reverse design showcases a sleek sailboat gliding through the waters of Narragansett Bay, with the iconic Claiborne-Pell-Newport Bridge rising in the background. This imagery perfectly captures the maritime spirit and coastal charm that defines Rhode Island, also known as the Ocean State. The waves, the sails, the bridge, it all comes together in a design that's both elegant and dynamic, making it a favorite among collectors from the very start. But as beautiful as this coin is, its true value lies not only in its design, but in the rare minting errors that occurred during its production. These errors weren't part of the original plan. They happened during the high-speed, high-pressure process of striking coins at the U.S. Mint. And when they happen, they create variations that are incredibly scarce, turning a regular 25-cent coin into a highly prized collectible worth thousands. It's these unexpected flaws that make this coin not just a piece of art, but a potential jackpot for lucky collectors. One of the most famous errors found on the Rhode Island quarter is the double die error, where parts of the coin appear duplicated due to a misalignment in the striking process. This doubling often shows up in the lettering around the rim, such as the words Rhode Island or E pluribus unum, and sometimes even in the fine lines of the sailboat or bridge. This isn't something you'd spot at a glance, but with a magnifying glass and a sharp eye, the doubling becomes clear, and when it does, you've likely found a rare and valuable treasure. Another highly collectible error is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin isn't perfectly aligned during minting. This causes the entire design to appear shifted, sometimes cutting off parts of the image or text. The more off-center the strike and the more legible the date and state name, the more desirable the coin becomes. These are the types of errors that stand out immediately and are known to fetch high prices among serious collectors. Yet another error that has shown up on some 2001 Rhode Island quarters is the clad layer missing or incomplete clad error. Normally, quarters are made with an inner copper core and a nickel coating on the outside. But in rare cases, the outer layer may be improperly applied or even partially missing, causing the coin to have a dull coppery appearance or rough, uneven surface. These errors are both easy to spot and very rare, making them instant eye-catchers and hot commodities in the numismatic world. Collectors have also reported die cracks and die chips on this coin, tiny flaws in the minting die that create raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. These may appear near the edges, along the bridge, or even within the sails of the boat. Each die crack is unique, making the coin a one-of-a-kind piece of minting history. While some cracks may seem small, they often enhance the coin's appeal, especially when they're part of a known error variety. Now, let's talk about how to identify whether your Rhode Island quarter could be one of these valuable rarities. Start by grabbing a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and take a close look at all the details, especially the text, the waterlines, and the intricate elements of the bridge and sailboat. Look for signs of doubling, misalignment, or irregular metal texture. If anything looks unusual, don't ignore it. It could be the very thing that makes your coin special. If you suspect you've found a valuable error, your next step should be professional grading and authentication. Send your coin to a respected service like PCGS or NGC, where experts will examine, grade, and certify your coin. This step is crucial because certified coins not only hold more credibility, but also bring in significantly higher bids when sold at auctions or through private collectors. In the world of rare coins, proper certification can be the difference between a few $100s and a small fortune. Let's not forget, some of these rare Rhode Island quarters have already made headlines in recent years. Verified examples of error coins from the 2001 Rhode Island series have appeared at auctions across the U.S., commanding massive bids from collectors eager to own a piece of modern American numismatic history. These coins are not just valuable, they are in high demand, and that demand continues to rise as more collectors enter the hobby and learn about these unique treasures. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much could one of these rare error Rhode Island quarters be worth? Well, get ready for this. A 2001 Rhode Island quarter, featuring a confirmed mint error and preserved in pristine condition, was recently sold for an astonishing $82,000. That's right, $82,000 for a single quarter that most people would overlook without a second thought. It's incredible to think that something so small, so seemingly ordinary, could hold that kind of hidden value. So, what are you waiting for? Check your coin jars, your change drawers, and those forgotten rolls of quarters. You might be holding onto a treasure and not even know it. And if you've got a Rhode Island quarter with something a little different about it, tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories, answer your questions, and help you on your collecting journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing stories about rare coins, valuable finds, and collecting tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. There are countless hidden gems in U.S. coinage, and we're here to help you discover them one by one. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and always check your change because the next big find could be right in your pocket. Last unique coin. We're about to dive deep into one of the most exciting finds in modern American coinage, a shining star from the State Quarters series, the Montana State $quarter coin from 2007. If you're a collector, a history buff, or someone who just enjoys the thrill of discovering hidden gems, you're in for a real treat. Stay tuned, because this is more than just pocket change. Some of these quarters are turning heads in the numismatic world and can be worth a life-changing amount of money. The Montana State Quarter was released in 2007 as part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative by the U.S. Mint that ran from 1999 to 2008. Each quarter celebrated one of the 50 states with unique, beautifully detailed designs that captured the spirit and identity of each state. Montana's coin features a powerful image that reflects its rugged natural beauty and frontier heritage, a majestic bison skull floating above a scenic mountain landscape with the words, "Big Sky Country," proudly displayed. This symbolic artwork is not just striking, it represents the vast wilderness and iconic wildlife that define the great state of Montana. But what makes this particular quarter more than just a collectible? What transforms it from a commemorative coin into a potential five-figure treasure? The answer lies in its rare mint errors and highly desirable variations that have captivated collectors and driven prices to astonishing heights. These special error coins are not your average quarters. They are unique pieces of American minting history that can fetch serious money when discovered in the right condition. Now, let's talk about what to look for. Some of the most valuable Montana 2007 quarters include coins with off-center strikes, where the design is visibly shifted and parts of the image or lettering are missing or misaligned. There are also reports of double die errors, where the design appears duplicated, especially noticeable in the inscriptions like Big Sky Country or Montana, giving a slightly shadowed, ghost-like appearance that's incredibly rare and visually striking. These double dies occur when the coin is struck more than once by the die in a slightly different position, creating a layered or blurry look on the lettering or image. Another exciting variation that adds serious value is the clipped planchet error, where part of the coin's edge is missing due to an incomplete cut of the metal blank during minting. This produces a coin that looks like it has a bite taken out of it, and believe it or not, collectors are eager to snap these up. Also, keep an eye out for die cracks, which appear as raised lines across the coin where the die used to strike the coin was damaged. These cracks can add uniqueness and are often considered a form of mint error, making the coin far more desirable. So, how can you identify these valuable coins in your own collection or pocket change? First, use a magnifying glass to examine the details of the design closely. Look for any signs of doubling in the lettering, unusual shifts in the image, missing pieces along the rim, or cracks and lines that don't belong. Coins with strong, clean errors and in excellent condition, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can command huge premiums at auction. Condition is key, so coins in mint state or uncirculated condition will always be the most sought after by serious collectors. Collectors and dealers are on the hunt for these rare Montana quarters, and they're showing up in auctions with eye-popping results. There have been several confirmed sales of rare error Montana state quarters that have shocked the coin world, with verified prices reaching into the tens of thousands of dollars. These aren't just isolated incidents. The demand for high-grade error quarters has been climbing steadily, and the Montana 2007 edition is right in the spotlight thanks to its bold design and the striking appearance of known errors. So, what's the magic number? Well, believe it or not, some rare error versions of the 2007 Montana State Quarter have been valued and even sold for as much as $50,000 in verified auction settings and private sales. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a single quarter that most people might overlook or spend without a second thought. That's why this isn't just a fun hobby. It could turn into a real financial windfall for the lucky few who know what to look for and act fast when they find a treasure in their change jar. The Montana State Quarter from 2007 is more than just a commemorative piece. It's a symbol of American craftsmanship, natural beauty, and the endless excitement of coin collecting. With its captivating design, rich symbolism, and the possibility of rare minting errors, this coin continues to attract collectors and investors from around the world. The demand is growing, and interest is higher than ever, so if you have one of these coins, especially one with visible errors, don't underestimate its potential value. If you've come across a 2007 Montana State Quarter with strange features or think you may have one of these rare gems in your collection, tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your story or help you identify it. And if you're new to coin collecting, let this be a reminder that treasures can be hiding in plain sight, even in your spare change. So keep looking, keep learning, and who knows? You just might be holding onto a coin worth $50,000. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries, and hit that bell so you never miss an update from our channel. Thanks for watching and happy treasure hunting!